Got collard greens coming in today, guys.
Ooh,
That sounds
you
good.
know I love collard greens.
From
Joseph Costner Produce.
Costner
Donnie
Produce.
and Joseph Costner, local farmers. You know the deal.
nice.
They also run cattle and all that good stuff. So,
Oh yeah.
so collards will have that. I'll tell you what, the secret to collards is make them taste like meat.
That's correct.
Yeah. So
Any
you know,
vegetable that tastes like meat's a good one in my opinion.
yeah,
Load them up with pork.
Bergen doesn't eat vegetables.
If they taste like meat, I do.
He's 9 years old.
I like chicken tenders too.
But the collard greens, I'll give you my recipe. You guys want it because it's not a secret. So it's a block of butter, a pork shank, or like 2 pounds of the bark and pork, in there
Yep.
to kind of get that good smoky flavor. I'm sure. Oh, a little Worcestershire.
Oh, love
Yeah,
Worcestershire.
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 Yeah, and then I'm trying to think salt and pepper. Oh, a little dab of apple cider vinegar, of course.
Of course.
And or you can use white, depends on whatever. And but the best part is when you get it there and it's that nice big chunk. Oh man, it's good. So yeah.
Sounds good.
Well, I guess we should start the show. We were talking about something when we got started. I thought was pretty fun, but
We left off with the 12-car pilot.
Yes.
Oh yeah. So Richard Russell's back for
back.
That's right.
another
Hello,
episode.
everybody.
There was a
Back.
12-car pileup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really don't know how many cars wrecked. It was a crash.
That was what we always.
Enough to make the paper the next day.
Yes.
Oh man, yeah, and the local news.
Woof.
I think that was the same weekend that, or maybe that was a different race. It's hard to say. They all kind of blend together, don't they, Richard?
They do.
But I was telling them, I think it was on episode 2. And if I repeat myself, so be it. Don't blast me in the comments or whatever. But I left my fire suit at the hotel with like 2 hours to go before the race started. And it was and the hotel was like an hour away with traffic. And tailgate told them I was in one of the porta johns. I was having some stomach issues.
That's the first time I've heard
2
that
hours.
story.
Yeah, I know.
I had no idea.
Tailgate was the only one who knew.
Yeah.
I had to drive all the way back to where the hotel was, probably Claremont or whatever it was, and got there. Fortunately, my fire suit, because the backups didn't fit me. We're big guys, so yeah, that was. I'll tell you what, that was a panic. That's
I bet.
that's the kind of stuff. I don't think I would have lost my job over it because Ronnie was a pretty understanding guy, but I'd have gotten in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wouldn't have
Richard-
allowed you out there without the fire
No,
suit, right?
but I'd have to borrow from another team.
Yeah.
Which then you look like an idiot
Yeah.
because everybody
Yeah.
knows you're supposed to be wearing that orange uniform, but now you're wearing purple.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the deal with this guy?
Yeah.
Well, and they know it's not a cup guy coming down.
Well, we always had extra older fire suits in the lockers.
Yeah, but
from
they
previous
never,
years.
They never fit me.
And that was usually for like a guest who wanted
catch
to run,
can
run-
guy.
Yeah,
or
well,
something.
like you wanted to run gas or something.
Yeah, second can guy
Yeah,
or
so you're
whatever.
wearing you're wearing a sponsorship we had years ago.
Oh, that's crazy stuff. Hey, so I got a question for you. We were talking about barbecue with Richard and all that stuff. This in the barbecue world, and we're not going to talk about barbecue racing. We're going to talk about everything like I think we have so far. But I got to get this out. Let's get this into the episodes early, so maybe we could touch base when we piss everybody off. But what are your ideas on, like, everybody's like, oh, good barbecue doesn't need barbecue sauce. Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of hmms. So pondering. Now I'll tell you what, I want y'all's opinion, and I'm gonna tell you my opinion on it as a barbecue sauce company owner.
Well, personally, I like a hand-pulled pork barbecue sandwich. If you're giving me a pork sandwich with nothing on it, it's got to be extremely well dry rubbed. It's got to be cooked super properly. But I'm a sauce guy. Personally, I like a vinegar-based sauce. I'm not a tomato-based sauce guy. I know.
No, we do make a good vinegar.
And I think that the sauce is what kind of puts the whole sandwich back together.
Yes, thank God.
That's what makes it solid. That's what I'm looking for, that vinegar bite and that little bit of crushed red pepper in there.
Yeah, for sure. And then even a tomato-based sauce, Western North Carolina. So you're good with sauce. You don't think
I'm good either way, actually. I've tried barbecue that I thought needed nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Agreed. Love it plain.
And then, of course, having the sauce as an option is always nice. But I always try it first without.
Yeah, you got to. You want to taste
I
that.
want to know what's there.
We want Pawpaw's phone going off here.
It was turned off.
Come on, Pawpaw.
Oh yeah, it looks like it was turned off, Kevin.
I hear how turned off it was.
we go a lot of places with that. Okay, Richard, what's your opinion?
Yeah, I'm like you, Aaron. But I don't know. It's like a cake, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cake is good without icing. Just the cake,
it's okay.
right?
Yeah.
But put the icing on it,
off.
man, it makes it awesome.
Now you got a cake.
So, like, if we're talking barbecue sandwich, I want it messy.
Yes.
I want sauce to soak into the bread.
Yeah.
So I'm a sauce guy.
Yeah.
I'm dipping. you know?
I might even want some slaw.
There's a bunch of people right now.
Yeah,
I like
some
slaw on
good mayonnaise based slaw with a little vinegar
Oh
in
yeah,
there.
but even a good red slaw.
Oh, red slaw is
Miss
great.
Bees,
Oh,
yeah, she does a good one. Everybody's like, "Oh, you guys are idiots." No, we're
No.
barbecue experts.
Yeah,
Just
red
trust,
slaw.
just trust us.
You
We've
don't
eaten a
serve
lot
red
of it.
slaw with barbecue.
These
you're gonna
guys
have a
have.
problem.
We got a pig farmer. We got a food extraordinaire with a what do they call those pallets? The super taster. And then you got two barbecue guys here.
Yeah.
So I think we're a little biased here, but my opinion on the barbecue sauce, and granted, I own a barbecue sauce company.
Yeah.
Johnny Ray's
Sponsored
signature.
by?
Yeah, sponsored. If you
Sponsored
guys are
by.
watching this, Johnny Ray's at
Sponsored by Johnny Ray's
most North
signature
Carolina
sauce.
food lines, et cetera, et cetera.
Local section.
Local section. Thank you,
North
Berg.
Carolina
So my
local.
opinion is, I think that pork is fine without it, but generally, I think the sauce really enhances that flavor profile.
100%.
And people say, "Oh, good steak doesn't need A1," but you know what? Sometimes a little dab of A1 will make
makes the
that
steak.
punch.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's
Oh
right.
yeah, you should
I'm
never
not gonna
ask
go
A1.
there.
If
That's
you
right.
want A1,
I'm not gonna go there as a meat salesman.
Bergen.
I can't do it.
no, you've never been to a Texas
Oh,
Roadhouse.
I love A1. Like
Okay,
eat it
so
on
we're good.
fries and everything, but when I eat a steak, I don't want.
You don't use it on Texas
that-
Roadhouse steak.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
don't
you got
go-
to.
I don't go to
Got it.
Texas Roadhouse for steak. Sorry.
Well, you not even for Meemaw's birthday.
Yeah, if I'm going there, I'm
He's like-
probably going to be full of rolls before I ever get to a steak.
Yeah, or those what's the blossom thing?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah,
onion blossoms.
Yeah, they got a
boom boom sauce.
They got another.
I
name
personally
for it.
like their cheese fries, the bacon cheese fries.
Oh. Yeah, they are good, huh?
So yeah, I'm always full before I ever get my meal. So
Richard and I have frequent flyer cards at Texas Roadhouse from our years of traveling.
The gold card.
frequent fly.
I think. Well, we also got to board the airplanes a little early because we'd sneak on them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, now they got uptight. You can't just go on the airplane. If you're zone 1, if you're zone 5, you can't go on 1. But
Correct.
back in the day, we'd be like VIP, platinum member.
Yes.
And
Well, it was a deal where if the way they did the zones were kind of weird. They had a
I'm always zone 5.
yeah, but like
Back of
you
the
could
plane,
be in the
Johnny
same
Ray.
row with
Aisle
me.
2.
You could be in the same row with me and be zone 2,
No window.
and I'm zone
Right.
5.
So in my perspective, and I am not a airline expert, I'm a fan. I like aviation, but I would think you'd want to load the back of the plane first, or at least the window seats first,
Would make sense.
then the middle seats,
Well,
and then
Johnny
the
Ray-
aisle.
Really, what they're trying to do is they're trying to get the people that pay the most for the ticket
Yeah,
On
seated
first.
first, and then get them a cocktail so that they can calm down for the
Ask
700 they
Kevin why
paid
he
instead
knows
of the
that
200.
first class.
oh, we all
the
know
guys
why
in the
Kevin
back.
knows.
Listen, I just started just when my mom had the little broken hip thing that I flew a couple times up first
It
class.
was like 13 times. Kevin.
six times. But it's a game changer.
Either way,
You're
it's a
in,
charter
you're out.
jet.
I'm
What's
sure
the
for a
difference?
big guy.
It was a charter jet
Yeah.
from the Gambinos.
He took off out of Hickory on his G5.
Yeah, G5. That's
My
funny.
G5.
I don't even know how much those things cost.
Millions.
But,
Yeah, millions.
So anyway, on the barbecue sauce stuff, a lot of these purists say, "Oh, no sauce, no sauce," but then they'll eat the same barbecue that these restaurants chop and throw a vinegar sauce.
I was just getting ready to say.
and,
So, are you
so
chopped or
you're-
you pulled? Are you pulled?
I'm a
guys?
pulled guy,
Yeah,
obviously,
I'm a pulled
because
guy.
I think pulled holds more moisture. Chopped
100%
creates
does.
more surface area to cool
well, let's be honest, they're chopping
When you
all the
because-
fat.
Well, they're chopping because they can't pull it.
Right, because they're not even
Because it's
hitting
not been
the-
Because it's not been rendered right.
and
Yeah.
I understand. Like that's how they do it. One of these barbecue places in Gastonia does a sliced pork. It's a great sandwich.
Just not the same.
It
It
not.
definitely needs sauce.
Yeah.
Sliced,
well,
yeah.
you get lettuce, tomato.
So what?
deluxe.
It's like sliced brisket thickness?
No, it's
or what?
no, it's probably about like a 3/16 slice, maybe a little bit bigger. But anyway, it's good, but everybody does their own thing. Everybody's got their own customer base. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean that there's not a million people who do.
Correct.
So
they're still in business.
Yeah, they are, and they seem to be doing very well.
You pull out the old Alabama white sauce,
Yes.
people love that.
Kevin knows neighbor Steve, my partner at the Hoot Nannie in Forest City. That guy can cook.
Oh, Steve can blow it out the water.
Yeah, and we didn't really know that.
Nah,
for a long time.
He kept it in his back pocket for a while.
Does he wear a chef coat by chance?
He has one, I think.
He has a couple.
Yes, he does have one,
and it's more of a smock because if anybody knows kitchen life, and Kevin has seen me many times where I've got an apron and I look like I fell into the breader.
Yes,
I'll have like hand marks.
Yes,
to where it actually go through my apron and ruin my shirt. And especially on like brisket nights and stuff like that. But I make a mess, and I'll be answering my phone with chicken breader caked on my hands.
So it's
well, then of course I wash my hands before I get back into it.
Right.
But when the phone's ringing, you got stuff going on, but you're also trying to get those cheese curds out. Man, you got to do whatever it takes.
You got to do what you got to do.
Whatever it takes. That's our motto. Anyway, so I guess we all agree that barbecue sauce is awesome. And we highly recommend Johnny Ray's signature sauces. Hey, did you guys hear about that? That kid that clumsy. Do you want to check that, Alyssa? Make sure it's good. Okay. Yeah, I can hear stuff.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So
he's back.
I don't even know where this kid lived. I assume India type area. Also, there was a. So this king cobra wrapped around this 8-year-old kid's arm, right?
Oh.
Now, my kid did that. They'd be freaking out, blah, blah. Well, this kid decides he's going to bite it.
He's going to bite the cobra.
He bit the cobra twice. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Killed the cobra.
Really?
Did the cobra bite him?
Yeah, but they called it a dry bite. So it didn't like actually get venom.
Yeah.
But they got him to the hospital, all this. Based on his name, it sounded like it was like I don't know. I don't know where cobras are naturally from.
Yeah.
Richard might.
Bangladesh or somewhere like that.
Yeah, something like that. So
how would I know?
You just seem like a guy that would know that.
I don't know. I'm like,
well, I didn't know
you did say backwoods earlier.
Well, I didn't know you were here because you just kind of like zoned out there. He's like, but this is a podcast.
There are many types of cobra from many different regions.
But this was a king.
Is there king cobra?
Not from G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Is there queen cobras?
No. Yas queen.
No, I don't think there is a queen cobra.
The lady cobras.
The lady cobras are queen cobras. So anyway, so I think I've asked you guys before, how would you handle a bear attack?
Oh yeah.
Bergen, I've asked you, right?
Oh yeah.
All right. Sure. So Richard, this is always a good one.
Okay.
Mine is basically ordering on
Don't be last.
Well, don't be last is a good one, but mine's ordering bear repellent on Amazon, and when the drone gets there, I'll shoot the drone out of the sky and sling it at the bear. That's the gist of it.
You will be.
So what is it? So what am I to do if a bear?
Okay, so you're in the woods.
Yeah.
Nobody's around but you.
Nope. And there's no trees falling.
Nope.
So how would you know if it made a sound either way? But
where I was going with that.
Yeah, I know.
Unless you're there.
Right.
Yeah.
Because perhaps they don't.
Yeah. Perhaps.
So you're a bear is hungry. Yeah. It's ready to chow. How do you save yourself?
Man, that's a good question. I don't.
Is it a black bear or a brown bear?
Yeah.
Would you start with running?
Well, if you run, they're going to chase you, right?
For sure.
I guess. I don't know. I've never been attacked by a bear.
So here's the thing with a bear. They can run like 30 miles per hour.
Sustained.
Really?
Miles.
And they climb.
They can catch an
black
elk.
bears can. Brown bears don't climb. I don't
Okay,
think.
I didn't know that.
Interesting.
Okay, if I'm in the Smoky Mountains and there's a black bear chasing me,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What do? You just run, right? You lay down and play dead?
Well, I don't know. There's a couple theories on this.
Well,
we've never
I think-
actually come up with a solution.
Immediately, I'm going to try to say, hey, bear,
Go away, bear.
get out of here.
Yeah.
Get on, bear. Get off of my boat, bear.
Yeah, like try to
Establish dominance.
Put your hands
Yeah,
up.
exactly.
Yeah.
Be bigger than you are.
That's what I'm saying.
And if that don't work, Houston, we have a problem.
I feel like there was a bear attack the other day that 2 people survived because one was getting like mauled. Yeah, and then the other guy, I guess, ran in and distracted.
Stood up for him.
And so I don't remember who I was talking to, but I was like, what would you do? Like, I mean, we're talking certain death.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Being eaten. While you're,
Well, yeah, but your friend's getting clawed to death.
Yeah.
This is your chance to save yourself. You know, it's easy to say, "Oh no, I'd go back. I'd go back." But
Run.
in that situation, you don't know what you can do. Kevin, you still running?
I'm running.
But I'm getting mauled,
Well,
Kevin.
first of all,
my face is gone.
listen. If I'm in the woods, obviously I've got a lunch with me. I'm gonna throw my sandwich.
But what if I'm there and I'm getting mauled?
I'm still throwing my sandwich to biting me some more
What
time
kind of
as I
sandwich are you
run.
talking
It's probably
here?
peanut butter and jelly.
No, you gotta do
man.
better than that.
Bear
Yeah.
likes
They
peanut
love
butter.
honey.
I didn't know. I got honey in the backpack.
Hey, Yogi loves all campers.
Yeah.
I think like your survival mode would kick in.
Yeah.
You know, your instincts.
Fight or
Right?
flight, baby.
So like if we're together in the woods,
Yeah.
hunting, the bear's attacking you.
Mhm.
I can tell you, I don't think I'm gonna run. I'm gonna try.
I guess it depends on how fast
flank
this
him.
bear is moving.
But I mean, what we're talking here, you're getting mauled by a bear, and my only way I'm going to save myself is to run away from you, knowing you're getting eaten alive. Then
Oh, I'm running too. There's no doubt.
No, you're
I
saying you're laying there getting eaten.
Oh no, but if the tables were turned,
Oh.
I'm saying no. I'd be running.
Oh,
I'm going.
Jerry
Johnny Ray's
said-
in front of me.
Jerry
Hey,
said,
hey.
well, that Richard's had a good life.
Yeah, see you, Richard.
I'll
I
speak in
gotta
his
go.
memorial.
It's a bear.
Out of here.
I'll make sure
Are
your
you
kids have
kidding me?
shoes every year.
That's right. The old shoe payback.
Christmas shoes.
So
Yes.
the moral of this story is don't go camping with Johnny Ray.
Oh wait! You guys all agreed, and
I'm
now all of
running.
a sudden I'm the bad guy.
I'm running.
Yeah,
Johnny
I'm
Ray.
running too.
I'm running.
Yeah, I'm not leaving.
I'm
my
sorry.
friend
Kevin,
alone.
pick
I
me up
can't
and
do
run
it.
with me.
No, we'll run, Johnny Ray. We'll run.
Y'all
We'll
run.
We'll run. So
Now,
let me,
if all four of us are out there, come on, fellas, y'all.
So
are
is
really
it
still
better?
running?
is it better for both of us to get mauled, or one of us to live to be able to, have a nice celebration
and
for
have
the other
and
guy?
get a movie out of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
I
provide
guess.
a good bottle of bourbon at your services.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I'm learning is I am not going camping with you two.
Well,
Well, where we camp,
listen. You can tell I'm obviously not that fast. So Johnny Ray's definitely going to beat me.
Oh, dude.
So
guys, it may not look like it, but I'm a fast runner.
Oh,
if a
cross
bear
country.
was after me, I'd be
I
fast
did.
too,
I
boy.
did cross. It's hard to see it, but I did cross country in high school, and then about a year ago, I raced my kids at the beach in the sand. And so my first run, I sandbagged
Oh,
sandbag.
where
yes,
where they beat
he
me.
set it up.
Like they barely beat me. And
Yeah.
I was like, well, then
Right.
the next one, turn on the freaking
Turned it
afterburners,
on.
and there's a video of it. I'm 15 feet ahead of them.
Oh, I love it.
He said there's a
I
video.
freaking killed them.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
I kicked sand
Come
in
on,
their
kids,
face.
get fast.
Get it while you can, Johnny Ray.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Get
So,
away.
but anyway,
I do have something to admit
Mhm.
now that we're talking about racing
Yeah.
kids and such. So last night, my wife went to the Christmas show with my mother-in-law and
In
sister.
Charlotte?
Yeah,
is it going on?
It
is
started
going,
already,
It is
Johnny
going
Ray.
on.
Dang.
So it was just Ray and I by
Oof.
ourselves. So we did the guys' night thing. I don't get that opportunity. with
Arcade,
you,
right?
Ray. Yeah, we did
Yeah.
the dive bar in downtown Hickory, an arcade / bar.
Where are they located?
Like right on the square where Notions and
Okay.
the station, all
Hey,
that.
give them a shout out if you had a good time. Yeah.
Oh, I had a great
Yeah.
time.
Awesome.
They got a lot of games: skee ball, basketball, darts, pool tables, the
Nice.
racing games. Like a
Nice.
legit arcade. I wasn't expecting.
Let me
much, to be
sidebar.
honest
What's
with
the strategy on your skee ball game?
Ooh,
Start with Kevin.
you. I'll go ahead.
50s every time. I'm going
50. Oh, so you're going big.
I'm
Dead-
going big
dead
every
down the
time.
middle.
Dead down the middle.
You're not doing volumes.
Slight little right spin.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? A
Yeah.
right spin?
Oh, he's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
go
yeah.
for the
no,
Hondo
no.
up
Wait.
in
So
the
you're
corner.
using your right hand and you're
Yeah, I'm
spinning
trying to give it a little
counterclockwise.
counterclockwise spin.
So that gives it a nice little spin on the
He's
ramp.
bowling.
Yeah, hopefully so it
Nice.
comes up, hits, and then
I
goes
bet you
right in.
punch kids at Chuck E. Cheese.
Not letting him
Well,
go
when
to
Berg
Chuck E.
sent a
Cheese.
picture of it last night, that was the first thing that I was like, skee ball, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Okay,
Ray's
so-
first throw went into the other skee ball. thing.
That happens
That's
to
perfect.
I was like,
me. That happens to
come
my
on,
kids
guy.
too.
Use
know,
the ramp a little too
Square
much.
up.
It's
Come
it's a
kid.
distance distortion issue.
He did get a bullseye in darts. I was very impressed.
Not
That
bad.
is impressive.
Well, I'll be impressed when he gets 3. Anyway, Bergen,
This is his first time.
he's
Johnny,
actually a
right?
real big deal.
big deal.
I bet you I can read better than him.
I don't know. He's got glasses now.
Yeah, he does have glasses.
He did make an 87 on
Yeah.
his spelling test.
He's a
yesterday.
sharp looking kid and he's very sharp minded.
Oh, yeah.
So, Bergen, same question for you.
I'm with Kev. Typically, I'm going straight down the middle. If I can get into a rhythm immediately, I'm going to stay there.
Yeah.
But if I miss a couple, I'm going after the hundos in the corner.
Yeah. Oh, dude, those are almost impossible.
Oh,
No,
Gray hit one of those last
No,
night.
I listen. I don't know about you guys. You guys obviously frequent arcades a lot more than I do,
Yeah.
which makes you guys losers. No, I'm just kidding.
Johnny
I'm just
Ray,
kidding.
thank you.
I
I
wear
do
the
like
badge
skee ball.
proudly.
I do like skee ball. So Richard, you're same
Yeah, I'm the same as
Bergen.
Bergen.
Yeah. So you go for the hundreds.
Like the first couple, I'm going to see where I'm at.
Uh-huh.
You know, I'm shooting for the middle,
Right.
but then I'm putting a little spin on it to shoot it over to those corners. up top.
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys have really put some time into this.
Dude, we
Yeah.
need to take the kids. It was a great time.
I'm a volume guy.
I'm not kidding.
A what?
I'm a volume guy.
What's that mean?
I'll take the 10s times 10.
Oh, you're just going for the bottom. You're safe, steady Freddy. Safe
well,
guy.
you know, it's
Steady.
a
You're
volume
going safe.
game. You know,
You're going
It's like,
safe all
listen,
the time. Yeah.
For my money, for my money, the 10s are good all day, or whatever it is. I don't know.
But yeah, they have another location in Mooresville. I think it's where they started originally.
Oh, that's cool.
And they've already moved to Hickory, so obviously it's doing pretty well.
That's great. That's great. So, okay, ski. So I guess skee ball. The top.
Okay. Oh no. So here's where I was going with that. So we started with the arcade.
Mhm.
Well, actually, we went to Utterly Delicious,
Yeah.
which is a nice little ice cream shop. They have some putt putt
Oh, really?
and some pinball there. So we did the putt putt. He did very well with it, like better than the beach for sure.
What was the theme of the pinball machine?
Well, he wanted to do the Jurassic Park one. It was out of order. The only one that was out of order.
Of
go
course.
figure, you know. So he settled with Spider-Man.
Well, you know, we have a friend who was early to the pinball machine, Don Marshall.
Yes, Don.
Yeah, he was like one of the photographers that designed all of the pinball machines with the ladies in bikinis and all this
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Oh,
It's a
cool.
different world.
Yeah.
But it's pretty funny. So, anyways, you guys had a great time.
Yeah, we did. We actually ended up at Hooters.
Mhm.
And my cousin Michael and his 3 boys came up. So we had 6 total. And, you know, we had a good little meal.
Shout out to
enjoyed
the ladies at
ourselves.
Hooters.
Yeah, shout
My
out to
wife
the
was,
ladies at
uh,
Hooters.
Right.
Actually,
Right.
big shout
Girl.
out because the lady that was training had dinosaur stickers.
Oh,
It was a
that
big
went
hit.
over well.
So there was some.
Yeah.
The world was just.
Oh, the world was right for Raylan Bergen
For
yesterday.
Raylan, yeah.
Nice.
Except
but yeah,
for
so-
the pinball machine.
Yeah, well, he got over it pretty quick after some
So
ice
the
cream
princess one,
and
the princess
putt-putt.
one was good.
He did very well. A dive bar had one. I think he ended up with like 17, 18 million on it on the Adams family.
Nice.
I was like, dang, kid, you just played
Adams
for like 5
family.
minutes straight.
Good
Wow.
one.
But yeah, we ended up at Hooters and somehow we're just standing out in the parking lot and there was not really anybody there letting the kids play and play tag and stuff because we kind of had the entrance blocked where we were standing. And well, we got into who was faster. So now, you know, I'm in steel toe boots, you know, my double H.
Yeah.
And Michael's in his Hey Dudes and his eldest was in his Hey
Your
Dudes.
cousin Michael,
Pretty
right?
fast, yeah.
Who lost his
His
flip
croc.
He lost his croc
His
tubing.
camo croc.
Well,
We're still in search of that.
the guy was hitting the moonshine before he even got the tubes.
Yeah, that was a good little float there.
About halfway, he was singing.
Oh yeah,
I believe it was
and
Reba.
pulling the entire company of people we were with.
I think he had a good time.
I would say so.
Yeah, hey, the river will bring the worst out in you if you let it.
Woof.
I've been there a few times, and
It'll take your phone and wallet.
you can also
Ooh.
fight with your spouse pretty easily on the
Yes.
river,
Mm.
and you wouldn't think that's a
Especially when you're
thing.
tied together.
Boom.
Well, you're responsible for a lot.
Well, but then it turns into the thing where, okay, I'll get up and pull us through the low spots, but you got to
Yeah.
help me
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
You
I'm
gotta
enjoying
sit up.
myself too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But anyway, my third voyage down the river was my best.
And that was the one we went on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
that
had
was
a
a good
great
time.
time with Austin, all that good stuff.
Mhm.
The first two, no, I've actually been down the river 4 times. The first one was good, but there's always this rock where they drop you off that if you're tied up, one of you is going over, and it's always me. And my wife thinks it's funny.
Of course.
And I hurt
Which
my knee
pisses
one
you
time.
off even more.
Oh, you hurt
My knee
your
got
knee.
my knee got hurt. Everybody thought I face planted, which I did, but fortunately the water was like 3 feet deep there rather
Yeah.
than 18 inches. I got up a little bit embarrassed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
naturally.
but then after that, you know, you just float. So
Power through.
yeah, Richard, you floated the rivers before, right?
Yeah, I have before.
Yeah, where?
Let's see. We did it's actually not on tubes. We did a canoeing trip one
Yeah.
time
Nice.
in Tennessee, town I'm from, and
You're from Tennessee, so tell them what town real quick.
Clarksville, Tennessee, where I was
Clarksville.
born.
Yeah, we're gonna have Ronnie back on, but Ronnie kind of gave the base story to how Richard became an 18-year-old man, and then he took over.
Oh, really?
right.
Okay.
Yeah, which we're gonna have Ronnie back on because that
Okay.
episode is so. Anyway, we're not gonna make it like an interview or anything, but Tennessee boy.
Yes.
Yeah, tell us a little bit more. Real quick.
So, yep, born in Tennessee. It's a middle Tennessee town. Let's see, it's about 45 miles
Tobacco farms, right?
west of Nashville. Yeah. So, my grandparents lived on a farm. It was I don't remember the dates or whatever or how long, but my grandpa and his mom was born on the property, so it was a couple hundred years old, whatever. But tobacco farm. I was a kid, so I mean, I remember doing some stuff as a kid, kind of helping them like set tobacco in the spring.
Mm-hmm.
I moved away from there when I was 12, but
Yeah, moved to North Carolina. With Ronnie.
yeah. And then when I got into high school, which was here in North Carolina, I would go back in the summers to visit my grandparents, stay for like a month.
Yeah.
For 5-6 weeks, and then I remember one year I did a FFA project on our farm, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because it was during the peak
FFA
of the
a lot.
season. And so at that time, in the middle of like July, tobacco plants, some of them are almost 6 foot tall. They're
Mhm.
huge,
Wow.
dark tobacco.
Yeah.
And so doing that project was pretty cool. I it was like a ringer. I had a great turn in.
Did you smoke the tobacco?
No, but I'll tell you a story.
Mm.
As when I was a kid, I don't remember how old I was. It was probably 4th grade, maybe 5th grade. So in the fall of the year, about this time of year, October, November, they would all the tobacco had been cut out of the fields, hung on trailers
Mhm.
to kind of fall in order, they call it,
Mhm.
and then they would hang them in barns and like put a fire under them,
Right.
smoke
Yep.
them like
Smoke.
barbecue, right?
Yep.
Well, after they would do it so many days, I don't know the whole how they did it or
Process,
whatever,
yeah.
but they would open the barn doors and just let it kind of air out for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Well, me and my cousins went down there, and this, it's dark tobacco, and you touch it, it's gummy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's like pine
Wet.
tar.
It's like wet.
Yeah.
So I'll pull off a little bit of leaf, make me a little twist,
Uh-huh.
put it between cheek
I
and the
did
gum.
it too.
Woo! Boy, that
Oh,
will light
fire.
you
Oh,
up.
yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
I was seeing
Buzzing.
Mhm.
Yes,
Were you
I was
sick?
seeing stars. Yeah, I was sick.
Oh
It
yeah,
made
it'll
me
make
so
you
sick.
sick.
Then
Yeah.
a couple days later, I did it again.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you're a
Yeah.
smart guy.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, but
That's
so yeah.
right,
Anyway,
man.
so grew up on a tobacco farm. It was just God's country, beautiful out there, rolling hills.
Mhm.
Had a great childhood. Then moved here in '93 to North Carolina. We lived in Harrisburg near the Charlotte Motor Speedway,
Yep.
and
Quite a big change there, huh?
it was a big change. I came
Yeah.
from a very rural area. I don't know how many kids were in our school at the time when I was going. Not a lot. Probably knew most of them. And when I came here, it was city.
Yeah. Big
Well,
city.
Did you say shitty?
And he
No,
said city, but Harrisburg wasn't that popular.
No, it wasn't at the time. But for me,
so
it
that was
like,
a
Yeah, that
big
was
transition.
big city.
So
Yes.
now, can you
Charlotte
imagine
was
coming
oh,
there
man.
now?
Yeah, well,
Harrisburg has blown
I
up.
remember. Yes, it has. So I moved here starting 6th grade, so middle school. That's a weird time anyway.
Yeah.
And got into middle
is that a
school.
weird time?
Well, because everybody's turning into teenagers. You're weird.
I don't understand.
Well,
I don't relate.
you know what I'm talking
I do.
This guy knows what he. No, I'm
This
just.
guy knows.
Hey, middle
It's
school,
weird.
high school, I would never, ever, ever want to relive them again.
about. Oh,
Really, John?
Yeah.
Right?
Was it that bad?
No, it's just a very. No, I shouldn't say this. My kids are entering that age, but I feel like you don't really live until you leave home.
The nest.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is true.
Because you know what, Dad stayed on me. Mom stayed on me.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, my brother would snitch on me. That's everybody's trying to keep me straight.
Mhm.
So
Did it work?
nope.
Made me rebel.
Now my wife has to raise me. So yeah, she's really good at it.
Yes, she has a lot of experience.
Yeah. So I'm her first boy though.
Well, first boy and only.
Yeah. So Richard, you've been in this Concord area.
Yes.
You married Boo.
I did. Boo and I got married in 2013.
Has it been that long?
Yes, October 2013.
Now, I'm not sore about it almost 10 years later, but you didn't invite me to the wedding.
Okay, so we didn't.
Oh,
okay.
Johnny
What
Ray.
had happened was.
Yeah, what happened was.
Now, I know the story.
The bees.
I was
weren't
there.
on the list.
I lived through it. It was a small family.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was
If you invite me, you got to invite like 15 other people.
Right.
Otherwise, they're going to get.
Well, it was
Butthurt, yeah.
so it
the
was
whole
a-
team's got to come.
You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
You know,
Nope.
it was an away wedding. We went to Pigeon Forge,
Okay.
one of our favorite places in the world.
Sure.
We love the mountains, and so we just did it family.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah. But when we came back home,
You did give him an honorable mention that weekend, right?
but we did a party and invited all of our friends. So
Okay.
he came to
So
that.
you did a
The
big party.
reception.
Yeah.
See,
yeah.
the thing about Richard, he's got 15 best friends.
That is not true.
It's 14.
It's
You're
14.
out.
No, he's probably like me. Keep your circle close.
Yeah,
Right,
I mean,
that's
especially
true.
the older you get. Yeah, I think.
Oh
everybody tends to
yeah.
do that.
Well, you're tired of the nonsense,
Yeah.
man.
Quality over quantity.
Yeah. Listen,
Yeah.
listen. Let's all scratch each other's back.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody gets an extra back scratch. We all take care of each other.
That's right.
So now you're in the welding business.
I am.
Previous episode, we mentioned the sign that you did.
Yep.
And then, so I don't know if you guys follow Richard on Facebook. Give a shout out to your Facebook page real quick.
Yeah. So my wife and I, we just recently started our own welding business.
Again. because
Again.
You did it. You've done it.
We did
Yeah.
do it before. It didn't work out. It was 2012.
Yeah, it was like when
it
everything
just
was
wasn't
nuts.
the right
Yeah,
time.
bad
I wasn't ready.
He was a kid.
You know, and no matter how much
33-year-old kid.
Yeah, literally.
yeah, no matter how much training you have or how long you've done something, it doesn't make you ready for business. So anyway,
still
so
not
we
ready.
just recently in July or August, I'm full time now working for myself. My wife and I, we run the business. She takes care of all of our bookkeeping and all the stuff that I don't need to touch.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, she screwed up my invoice.
She did not.
Yes, she
That
did.
was my fault.
You sent two of them.
Again, my fault.
I'm
Okay.
just messing
And
with
so
you. I'm calling HR.
Yeah. But
Double
thank you for
pay.
the plug. Yes. So I'm a welder fabricator. I've been doing this work since 2005. So that's when I started getting into metal fabrication and learned my trade working in the NASCAR industry. But when I got out of the NASCAR industry, I didn't get away from that. So I've always stayed with that. And
Now that bucket you did the other day.
yes, the Traco bucket. I finished that yesterday.
So give us this idea of the size of this thing.
So this particular one, I don't know yard size on this particular one, but it's about 4.5 foot off the ground, flipped over.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's pretty good size. I mean, if I put it in the back of my truck, the bed of my truck, it's full.
Oh
Okay.
wow. Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's
Okay.
So you
So
put
it's
new
an
teeth-
excavator.
excavator
Yes,
bucket.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So this one is just, they wear out depending on what the
dude,
guys
there
are
was
doing.
no teeth left on that thing.
Yeah, there was none. And they wanted me to replace the shanks, which hold the teeth.
Mm-hmm.
You can replace the teeth as they wear
Yeah, I
out, but the
was gonna
shanks,
say,
but these shanks were wore out. Or I think the teeth that go to those shanks they couldn't get, so I had to cut the old shanks off,
Oh, I bet
Put-
that was.
put new ones on,
Yeah,
and then
our
fun.
wonderful new world where we can't get
Yeah,
anything.
right.
Now,
we
what
need.
did you cut them off with?
torch.
Okay, I was gonna say.
yeah, the old hot wrench.
No,
I was gonna
settle
say
in.
the
Yeah, hot
old
wrench,
fire saw.
Yeah, I do a lot of cutting and grinding,
Yeah.
but that's the nature of the beast. When you work on heavy equipment, nothing unbolts easily,
Nope.
and you can't just use a chisel and knock it off. So you
Yeah.
gotta use the hot stuff. And,
Persuade it a little bit.
Yeah, and I love it. I really love they're not dirty, but the rough fab.
Yeah, the heavy stuff.
Yeah,
Because you can
yeah.
really pull the trigger on that welder and lay
Well,
some beams.
yeah, I mean,
Did you have to preheat?
did some preheat yesterday
Yeah.
morning when it was cold. Once you start welding, everything gets heat sinked and
Yeah.
and it's fine then. But the welder I used, actually the company that I went and worked for yesterday was the company I worked for almost 9 years.
Not a bad
So
deal.
and we kept a great relationship. It wasn't a deal where we parted on bad terms.
Mhm.
But luckily the owner of that company, we still have a lot of respect for each other, and he wants to help me, and it's great for us. So he calls me from time to time to come in and do some stuff.
Nice.
But yeah, I use their one of their MIG welders, which is it's a beast. Run 045 wire. So I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about.
That's a thick wire.
Yeah, it's like a pencil lead, man. It's thick.
Oh, dang.
And crank it up for as hot as it'll go and let it eat.
Yeah.
Just
so in comparison, give some reference how big that wire is compared to a standard welder.
Well, so
like a jewelry necklace size,
Yeah.
The wire.
I'm trying to think of the best way to reference it, but maybe like fishing line, like a 10-pound test line. It's pretty thin.
That's
right?
your normal stuff.
That's your normal stuff for sheet metal and stuff.
Yeah.
But for what I was using, let's compare it to say 100 test line.
Yeah, it's just it's like you said, pencil. That is nuts.
Yeah,
that's crazy. So I like to look at that stuff. I was looking at it last night, knowing that we were going to see them today, and those welds, man, they're stacked. They look good.
Thank you.
Yeah, they look really good.
I used to would always be like real humble and be like, shit.
But you're good.
But hey, I am.
When you're good, you're good.
I'm good at what I do, and I'm okay with saying it. And and if you're gonna do anything, and if you're good at it, stand behind it. And I want it to be I want it to look good, right?
Of course.
Obviously, you want it to hold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But a welder hangs his hat on how it looks.
Yep. Oh yeah, so they do.
Looking at the puddles, baby.
Right.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, it may look like we call it pigeon shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna hold it.
That's right.
Right. But man,
what else do they call it? Bubblegum welding?
Bubblegum, yeah. But yeah. So anyway, we offer a decent amount of services, and we do mobile work. I have a shop now, so we can do in-house work. And that
great shop, by the way.
Thank you.
I got shop envy.
Thank you. And so I have the ability to do a lot of different types of fabrication. So if anybody listening in the Charlotte area, look it
Shout
up.
out that phone number real quick.
704-340-5825.
Yeah.
We have a Facebook page, Double R Welding and Fabrication.
All right.
We do have a website. But it's on you can find us on Facebook and get over to the website,
Google and all that stuff. Yeah,
we did the website just so people could find us on Google. Let's be honest.
Sure.
I think everybody has Facebook or Instagram. So
Johnny Ray, I'm gonna put you on the spot. Did you leave him a review? Give him that Google review, Johnny Ray.
Fair enough. I finally got an actual Google account recently. To manage the restaurant stuff. But I gave him several shout outs.
You did?
Yes.
Yeah.
You shouted out last night. You
shared
my post. You shared
Man, I'll be honest with you. Sometimes when I flip that thing on, I just talk.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what I say. It's whatever comes at me.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
Google reviews are good.
They are.
Well, they help for the people that don't know you.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, for sure. Because, I mean, when you're in a pinch, there's not many folks that just randomly need welding now. It's more like companies, right?
Yeah.
Because everything's so disposable.
It is,
Yeah.
and that's something I run into from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
Is people may want to fix something like
what they call it, pot metal.
Okay,
for sentimental value, I guess.
Well, just like it's crappy metal.
Yeah,
well, I'm saying like that's why they're wanting to fix it is
because
it's
broken or
they're
whatever,
cheap.
Or they're cheaply made.
And you want $55 or whatever? I don't,
Yeah.
You want $8 an hour to fix my pot?
Right.
Well, man, I got to pay the power bill.
Yeah,
that's right.
Welding rods.
Yeah. So I would say like John was saying, most of my customer base is companies.
Yeah.
But individuals too. I've done work for just anybody, right? So
yeah.
So do you do like the line boring type
I
stuff?
do not do line boring.
So that is a dying art, man.
Well, I've heard that. You're not the first person who's told me that.
Dude, I'm telling you, like the people in my area where I would take my machinery to, like they used to be super reasonable, like quick with the work, and they got old, man. And nobody took over the art.
Yeah, I think I have a friend.
What's it called?
Line boring.
I guess I've heard of that. I don't know what it is though.
Which typically used on for your pins, right?
Yeah.
For all your
like where your pins wear out on where your bucket. Pivots. Basically, all your pivot points on your bucket will eventually wear out if you're using them beyond their means, like
Most
people do.
yeah.
And so you have to get basically you have to cut out that pin and that
'cause it's
sleeve
fixed.
and re-weld.
Yeah.
And I mean, like the precision it takes a machine.
Yeah,
Oh,
You
yeah.
have
for
to
sure.
set up on it.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
people that come out and do your dozers or whatever on site,
Yeah.
like that's a huge
Well, that's
help
dirty work,
because you
too.
don't have to.
Yeah.
Well, dude, loading that machine up and taking it to a shop,
Mhm.
you're down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're down now.
Yeah, you gotta
You're
gotta
at
show
their
up at the
mercy.
job
If
site.
you've
You're down
got
for a
somebody
while.
that can show up at the job site and do the work and get you back running and making money, like that's a huge advantage. And it's a lost art.
Oh,
Nobody
for sure.
does it anymore.
Well, even like the people, the hot rodders that used to do lead work.
Oh yeah.
Now we understand that it'll kill you.
Oh, yeah.
But that was an art.
Right.
yeah,
That
yeah.
was an art.
Yeah.
Is
You're
there
right.
anybody left? I mean, the last
Ooh.
time I saw a lead worker was like 10 years ago with Jesse James or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Sounds
is
right.
not something that's you see a lot anymore. I'm sure there's people that do it maybe to stay nostalgic, on a certain hot
Well,
dog or
that's
something.
the funny thing is that like there's still people that do things as a hobby to keep like those hit and miss engine ice cream machines
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
stuff like that. I think that's really cool. So let's so we're talking about hit and miss. That's one extreme to there. You guys been watching this Elon Musk Twitter Tesla stuff? Tesla stock's down a lot right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, everybody thinks that Musk is occupied by Twitter. Apparently, here's the deal: they act like the guy's going to screw it up, but I don't think he will. I think it's just headline stuff right now,
Yeah.
and I think that at some point it's going to level out. He took the company private,
Yep.
paid a ton of money for the shares now, so now it's his company and whoever backed him and all that stuff. So he started dropping blocks of his stock of Tesla. I don't know, $6 billion, which that's like a piece of
Nothing.
his. Yeah, that's nothing.
Yeah.
And so everybody's like dumping. I think Wednesday they all dumped stocks, and now it's like, this might be a shooting fish in a barrel thing.
Right.
Of course, I don't have 10 grand to make it.
Yeah, He's probably
Where's my wallet?
already seen this coming, got a short against it. Gonna come out clean.
Well, that's the funny thing is that they were talking about he cashed out $16 billion of stock, and the government took $10 billion.
Yeah.
And then he
gave
cleared.
it to Ukraine.
Well, yeah. Then after closing costs on his options, because
Yeah.
these billionaires, they don't have like $1 billion in cash.
Right.
That's asset value. So they got all this stock. But if you sell too much stock, everybody thinks that shit.
It's dumping.
Yeah. So now the price. I mean, it dropped. So
Considerably.
yeah, I'm no financial advisor, but if you got a few $100, I'd maybe buy a couple shares.
Yeah.
So, but Richard,
Yes,
man, we go back.
we do.
We go way back.
Yeah.
You got any interesting stories from racing, barbecue? What's a memorable moment in your racing career?
Well, usually you're first of something, right? It's
Mhm.
not
Oh, yeah.
like an easy memory to come up with.
Did you go to
So
Victory Lane ever?
I did not.
Me neither.
Never went to Victory Lane.
Never
Racetrack.
physically went to Victory Lane.
Right.
Us back behind the scenes heroes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you
and
had
it's-
cars that won, right?
We had good.
Oh, at
cars.
Penske, I won like 60 races.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
but I
won.
never actually got
Well, I
to-
mean, just from like me hearing you say that, I'm thinking.
Well, I'm talking
you were in-
physically in Victory Lane. The guys who get to party.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that was the funny thing. They always act like the road guys did all the work. And so they get to party. They win a race. They get to go get messed up in Miami, after the
Yeah,
end of the
right,
season,
right.
all this stuff. But the guys at the shop were punching in Monday morning while they're, getting ready to gear up for another day, even if they finish seventh,
Yeah.
in the season. So,
Yeah.
So to answer your question, I feel like one of my first good memories, something that's burning in my brain
Mhm.
from my racing days, is the very first time I was actually a jackman in the race. Okay, so you
your
can-
first time over the wall.
first time over the wall during a race,
Busch Series?
Busch Series 2005 Phoenix, second Phoenix. So it was 2 races till the end of the season. So our jackman that we had was going on to the Cup Series. So the spot was open.
Who was that?
Alan Mincy.
Oh, yeah, I know Alan.
Yeah, I think he left our team and went to Evernham at the time.
He did.
So I had practiced, at the shop and stuff, kind of got in that way. And so, yeah, I mean, that's a memory that's kind of burned in my brain. It goes by so quick. Like you don't hear anything. Like it's the weirdest thing,
Yeah.
Your adrenaline's
You don't
so
hear
high.
anything.
Yeah.
And
You
you never think you did a good job.
Never think you did a good job. And there was he touched on that. So during a pit stop, it's just chaos for, let's just say,
Loud,
14 seconds.
It's
or whatever.
hot.
But it's controlled chaos. Everybody has their job. You all have to work together, right? But you're working together, but you're not, right?
Yeah.
Everybody
So-
got a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but we always had a joke, and our pit stop coach would always say this: after the stop, if you felt like it was just a complete shit show, it was usually
did good.
the fastest stop of the
Yeah.
day.
Or you thought you were
Yeah.
slow.
Right.
Yeah. And
right.
it'd be like at the time, it
Yeah.
was like 16 seconds was
Yeah.
what we were looking for.
Yeah.
Okay,
Now,
so
this
I
is-
was wondering what the number was when he said 14.
This is 2008 to 2000.
Yeah, I think
11.
we were in the 14s.
For,
at the
we
time.
got
Yeah.
down into it, but like
Yeah.
when in 07, 16 was good.
Yeah.
Someone's-
In the
that
Busch
was the
series, yeah.
standard.
Someone's going to archive
Yeah.
this and be like, no, it wasn't. No, you're an idiot.
But so my first time jumping over the wall, Phoenix, we finished, we were on the lead lap. I don't remember where we finished, probably in the top 10. Ashton Lewis Jr. was driving our car then. We had
Oh, yeah.
Marine Corps sponsorship. And so it was a good day. I didn't mess up anything, nobody, I didn't get run over. So I finished that season. It was 2 races. The next season, go to Daytona. If you've never been to Daytona, it is Daytona, right?
It's overwhelming.
Of course.
I've been once.
So it's no matter how many times I'd been there, I don't know, dozens of times as a kid with my dad.
Yeah.
And then now I'm working in it, and I'm gonna jack a race car at Daytona.
At
right?
Daytona.
Not the Cup Series, we're the Busch Series, but hey, I mean, for
still
us,
Daytona.
it was
Yeah.
a big deal,
Daytona.
And first pit stop, they're coming down. I jumped too soon, so there's a rule: no crew member can jump over the wall until the car's one spot away,
Yeah.
Okay.
one stall.
Yeah. One
Okay.
stall away.
Coming in
beginning-
hot.
The
Who
beginning of the
judges
next
those?
stall.
So basically, they don't want
NASCAR
everybody
officials.
just sitting there waiting on the car to show up.
Every
Gotcha.
stall had a
Yeah.
NASCAR official back in the day.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Now it's like all
Now, how
computerized.
heavy is this jack that you're carrying?
Oh, it's probably 30 pounds,
It's
35
okay.
pounds.
It's aluminum. It's
Yeah,
like
it's
Oh,
aluminum.
okay. So
yeah.
it's okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Like $10,000 jack or something.
I don't know how much
3,
they
4.
cost. I had 3 or 4 to pick from, I think.
Yeah,
and we had
Brunhosel.
Yeah, Brunhosel. But so my very first race in 2006, we had a awesome car. I mean, it was really hot.
you guys were winning races.
Yeah, well, I mean, we came off some winning seasons.
That's yeah. You were
Okay.
you were on the backside of the winning,
Right,
and
I
then all
came
of a
in at
sudden
the end.
NASCAR changed the rules where the Busch drivers, or the Cup drivers, could run full seasons.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, which changes the
Yeah.
game.
Game
completely.
changer. Yeah. I bet.
But so our speedway program was top notch.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's was. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Because you
You'd
had
spend-
all winter.
you'd
to
spend
massage
all
these
winter
cars. Yeah.
messing with the stupid race car
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
for one, and then they'd be
Yeah.
like, "Oh crap, we got California the
Yeah.
week after."
Go down and we test. Go
Anybody got
down
any
and,
data on that?
yeah.
Oh my gosh!
So anyway, we got a drive-through penalty for me because I jumped too soon. Okay. drive through.
Is that like a fine?
Is that
No,
a
it's not
time
fine. It's a
penalty?
It's a
It's
drive-through
just
penalty.
a driver penalty.
Once the race goes green, Ashton has to come down. He doesn't have to stop. He just has to keep driving. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank goodness it was a super speedway. If it had been anywhere else, we probably would have never made the lap up.
Oh, I was gonna say you'd be
Okay.
2 laps down.
Yeah, I would have. I would have
Because it's
lost.
what, 2.5
Oh,
miles?
I got
Two
you.
and a
Well,
half
you
miles
have to
around.
wait for traffic too.
Yeah.
You can't just
Yeah,
enter
yeah.
when you're ready.
He just got back out on the track, just
Yeah.
stayed in
Because of
position.
12
and-
car follow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Come on,
that
Bergen.
was a man. That was tough. And I tell you, man, your nerves are shot.
Oh yeah.
And there's nothing worse than screwing up, knowing you're the reason it happened. And
Yeah.
then 20, 30 laps later, you got to do it again.
Oh.
Hey, so I
Yeah.
got a story to relate. Remember when the 25 and 35 basically merged into the 25?
Yeah.
And I was working with Chris Wright, new
Yeah.
crew chief.
Yeah.
Didn't interact with him a whole lot, and so we took the best of the best and made it into one team.
Yeah.
So to speak. And my first race with that crew chief, and I always went to go look at the car to see how the nose was taped up, the grill opening,
Mm-hmm.
and because they're normally numbered. You pull 1, 2, 3 strips.
Oh, so you could tell
Well,
how many have been
that-
switched out.
that
Right.
one time, I didn't go look. You know? Whatever happens, slipped my mind. Maybe the wife was having crisis at home.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever it was. Well, we come down pit road with like 30 to go, and they tell me to pull a tape. Well, I hadn't seen it yet, so I'm just grabbing tape, because you've got. So I'm putting a tire on, waiting for him to zip the first lug nut on, coming around, grabbing another tire, waiting for him to come around. He zips it off. I put it on, and then before the damn jack drops, I've got to pull tape on a car.
Oh.
Well, I pulled too much because it was like, and so all of a sudden the car's junk because at Daytona it's aero.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So we ended up coming back down, and I'll tell you what, I was like,
how many positions did you lose in the process?
It doesn't matter, Bergen.
It does.
No, I don't know. I mean, we might have, at the end of the day, I think we dropped a couple positions.
Yeah.
But because I think old tires or something like that.
Yeah.
It didn't matter. Not everybody pitted.
Look, I'm a driver. It matters.
It matters. Yeah, get that 10th gear.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the first thing I did after everybody was, packed up, changing to their street clothes, I found a crew chief. I was like, hey, man, I messed up.
Yeah.
And I mean, he was like, I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah.
Right.
He was like, I was going to ride your ass all week.
Oh, really? He did say that?
Dude, I didn't even get out of
That's
town. And I mentioned, I was like, hey, man, I screwed up.
Yeah, it's it can be stressful for sure.
It is. And then they put a freaking helmet cam on us.
Yeah.
Richard and I
so
were.
that they can see firsthand how you screwed up.
Well, Richard and I were ESPN helmet cam guys.
We were.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
nice.
That's cool.
one day they asked me to do it. And I think I mentioned it on a previous. It was Memphis tire rubber was built up, and it was on fire.
Oh,
And I said something like, another day in paradise or another day on the job or something like that.
Yeah.
And, ESPN's like, so anytime that the helmet cam wasn't bought by a sponsor, they'd come to us.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Fuzzy would do it every now and then.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, we did it quite a bit.
I was gonna say 6 or 8 times for me.
John would do, actually, he would do like a segment.
Yeah, I would do segments before the race.
Come out and he would be on pit road.
Oh man, I'd be so.
And he's
freaked.
built for that. So
You think I'm built for that?
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
You're built for
Jamie Little was like, "It's gonna be okay."
Yeah,
I'm over here like,
but so
freaking out. It's Daytona.
I know, but mine didn't have audio. Mine was just video.
Oh yeah, so I had a talk. That's right. I had a talk while I was doing, or otherwise you wouldn't make TV.
Right.
Because if you just did it all stuff,
I think they gave me audio once, but it wasn't a deal where I was like talking to the booth.
We did that thing with Don Marshall and Carol at Marshall Productions.
Yeah,
they mic'd me and mic'd him, and they said Richard was over here, preaching the gospel, and Johnny Ray's over here talking shit.
Oh, boy.
He said, in my right ear I got Johnny Ray, in my left ear I got Richard. No, he did not preach it, but Richard's over here just mind his own business, and I'm over here just blathering with all my buddies down pit road.
Well, during the race, I was serious. Like no matter how we were running, I would pay attention. Some guys didn't have to. They could go behind the water cooler and just hang out.
Oh, dude, people would take naps.
Yeah. So, but I was
Like
laser
10-minute
focused.
naps.
I had to be for my own sanity because of I'm going over the wall. I got to do a job here, but I also worked on the car. I had responsibilities for the undercar. I did the rear suspension.
But his last name was also Russell, which puts pressure on you.
Well,
Yeah.
it
His
does.
dad's the president of the company.
Yeah, you have a
Hey,
little more heat
listen,
on you.
if this guy lets up, everybody's gonna talk shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You know?
yeah.
That's a
Waiting
lot
on
of pressure. Yeah. Oh yeah. Waiting for Richard.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing is, Richard's fortunately built, or that wasn't ever an option.
Well, yeah, and I earned that. So
Yeah.
I earned that
I'm a
for
built for speed guy.
Yeah.
Richard's
but
he's got a microscope on everything.
oh,
Right.
come on.
You do. You're good. No, that's a
He's
compliment,
built
man.
for a skeet stick.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh,
Secret.
yeah. So
Secret.
So I rolled in this morning. The guys are actually on time, which is a first for all of us, except for Richard. Richard's always on time.
It's punctuality, guys.
Yeah, but you know what?
Hey, I was
Hey,
here.
give it 3 years in business, and you'll be like, it's 15 minutes. What's the big
Yeah,
deal?
so it'll be all right.
Hey, Kevin, did you see all that nonsense on Facebook? We have some disgruntled employees.
Johnny Ray,
Listen, I got to bring it up.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, the social media now gives everybody a voice, which is fine.
Yes, everybody deserves
Freedom
a
of
voice.
speech.
Yes.
I'm good with that.
But freedom of truth is a totally different thing.
Boom. So yeah, we had some disgruntled employees blasting us on Facebook, and we'll just leave it at that. But but my suggestion to this generation is show up to work. If you want to raise, earn it.
Work hard.
Yeah.
Don't call out sick. Come to work. Do your job.
Yeah.
Invested in what you do. Simple.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Everything you are speaking right now is like non-existent.
All of those things
Whatever it is.
equal better life for you, better life for your family,
Yeah.
etc. But
Listen,
But-
work equals food, work equals fun, whatever you want
young
to do.
generation
Yeah.
Nah,
wants
government
to just bop,
equals
bop, 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 bop.
food.
Yeah, but is there?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Let's talk about race cars. So, Richard,
Yes.
if I say, I don't know, man, I'm rolling rogue right now, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
If I say the town Memphis, what comes to mind? What comes to mind?
Rendezvous.
Rendezvous. What are they famous for?
Ribs. Dry rub ribs.
Dry rub ribs, Memphis
Nice.
style.
You can smell it from blocks away.
Charlie Virgo's
wow.
place. Yeah, it's Charlie Virgo's Rendezvous.
So when we go to Memphis,
Rendezvous.
we'd go to Memphis in the fall. Usually like 4 races from the end of the season.
It's also a
So-
million degrees.
No, not when we would go.
Really?
later. Yeah. We would go to St. Louis when it was a million degrees.
No, but maybe it was Truck Series.
Yeah, truck series.
No. I know it's Bush Series because Dale Jr. intentionally wrecked a car one time because he was so hot.
Oh, I do remember that.
Yeah.
Wow.
He put it on his own podcast.
Really?
Yeah, so I know because Austin almost passed out. Red almost passed out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Memphis
really?
was a lot of
Yeah.
was a lot of heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rendezvous is it's a barbecue restaurant. I guess it's barbecue, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's barbecue. It's a rib shack.
But it's has anybody in the room ever been there?
No.
Okay.
No.
So
It's famous.
it's famous. It is in an alleyway. I'm not just saying that.
It's like a side door.
Like you wouldn't even
You'd
like,
walk
we-
right past it.
Well,
if you
it'd
didn't know
be,
it was
no, it'd be like you want to walk down there.
Right.
Yeah, one of
Right.
those.
dark.
Yeah.
You walk down this alley between 2 hotels, and you smell what is like. Oh my gosh! it
I think they
smells
cook
so
with
good.
charcoal there,
I'm not sure.
which it's still barbecue.
walk
What are you
in.
trying to say, Johnny?
You walk
No,
in.
I'm just saying, like a lot of people, so wood and charcoal is acceptable use of barbecue, but
Oh, not
Yes.
propane.
the gas and the electric are. I hope one day this doesn't come back to bite me, because one day when I'm an old man, like 70 years old,
Yeah,
I
you're
don't
not
want to
gonna-
work night shift, man. Come
no.
on, I ain't got time for that. I got great grandkids.
Let me
That's
turn on
right,
this
Johnny,
tank
right.
right here.
yeah,
25 great grandkids.
propane and propane accessories.
That's right. Yeah, that taste the meat, not the heat.
Hey, that's
That's
the
right.
deal with a lot. I think I mentioned it before. A lot of the old barbecue joints, it just gets so hard. And nobody wants to take it over. It's
Oh,
hard
yeah.
work. But
That's right.
so anyway, you were saying,
I was just talking about Rendezvous. Yeah, the
Yeah.
ribs are amazing. But anyway, you walk into this place and you immediately have to go down a flight of stairs. So you're in a basement
Yeah.
underneath a hotel. I think it's a Holiday Inn.
No windows.
was it a
obviously.
Holiday Inn?
I think it was.
It wasn't the Peabody.
No, Peabody was across the road.
Oh, across. That's where they have the ducks
Yes.
on
Yeah.
parade.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Famous
But,
Peabody Ducks.
But
Mhm.
as soon as you get in there, you realize you're amongst like some royalty here. Like this is barbecue heaven
Mm-hmm.
in Memphis.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
some really good restaurants in Memphis, but that's my favorite.
Yeah,
Oh.
Memphis. I'd say that's my favorite as well. I don't really recall. That was the fortunate thing. We got to travel on someone else's dime, and we got to eat at all the hot spots.
Of course.
And after so many years, some of these guys on the team had 20-year connections.
Yeah.
Remember we
They
went
look
to,
forward to y'all coming in.
Yeah,
Yeah, of
that would
course.
actually
That's a
happen
good
a lot.
feeling.
Yeah.
Hotels as well.
Yeah.
Where were some Rustler's Roost? We
Yeah.
used to have. I
That
told
was-
the story about how we took Richard John's dad to the cleaners on that
Oh,
deal. That
man.
dinner it was like $4,000 or $5,000.
Well, the same thing happened in Montreal in Canada.
Yeah,
We had a dinner there, one of them fancy places. I
Uh-huh.
mean, this place was fancy.
Yeah.
And like, man, we're in the wrong place.
Y'all rang that bill up a little
Richard's
bit.
got a necktie T-shirt on.
Yeah, I was wearing my tuxedo
That's
t-shirt.
great.
Yeah.
You were fancy. Fit right in.
Yeah. So we would try, in our travels, you break up the monotony by finding good places to eat.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And so I remember like some years it was all barbecue, like we want to go to barbecue places. Then some years it was hot wings.
Yeah,
That's hot
Oh,
wings.
you
yeah,
get taste in your
yeah,
mouth.
So did
over
some
time.
of this
Yeah.
fuel y'all's desire?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah, because I actually had this idea when I was still in racing to create this website that would list all the hot spots that the racers go to.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, Sambo's down in South Carolina. Sambo's is in
Dover, Delaware.
Dover. Yeah.
Yes.
What's the one down in South Carolina?
Oh, you're talking about Redbone Alley,
No, the
Down in
little,
Florence.
the little breakfast spot.
South Carolina.
Yeah, you guys would. We'd always stop there on the way when we were driving.
Judd's?
No, it's gonna. I'll remember it in an hour from now. But it was a little spot that everybody stopped at and everything.
Yeah. So I think in certain towns there was like you're gonna go here, right?
Right. Yeah.
Like Kansas City would always go to Arthur Bryant's.
Oh, one of
Arthur
the best
Bryant's.
places. I
Or
love it.
Gates.
Yeah.
Love
Gates.
Arthur. Both of them are absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
You better know what you want when you get to that counter.
That's right.
Get it done.
You
And
better
man,
know what you want, boy.
So the first time I ever went, never had to experience this Arthur Bryant's
Oh, yeah.
experience, right?
Mhm.
So they have
Welcome
a
to Little Bosnia.
jar of pickles up on the bar,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
I put pickles on everybody's tray. Guy
Mhm.
just dunks his hand in.
Yep.
pulls out
A couple white
pickles.
bread, right?
Yeah, white bread.
White bread.
Mhm.
5
Yeah.
slices of white bread.
Oh yeah.
Big handful of pickles
Yeah. We call
wrapped
those-
up in burlap sack.
Oh
basically,
man.
you know,
It's good.
We call
And-
that white bread
about this
napkins.
place,
looks like a football.
And
Yeah.
I'll tell you another
Yes.
place
Yeah.
that's
Or no,
surprising.
it's in paper.
Yes, in
Yeah.
paper, in the
Butcher
paper.
paper,
Yeah.
Burlap
Burlap
sack.
sack.
What is
Well,
this,
that's what
barbacoa?
it's literally what it looked like, when they
Yeah.
would give it to you. And they gave you so much French fries, too.
Yes.
So they wrapped it all
Well,
up in this big, huge
Yeah.
burlap sack for lack.
Butcher paper.
But it was absolutely unbelievable product.
Yeah. It's
So-
I mean, Gates was good as well.
Yeah,
is good.
Gates.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gates is good as well.
Check stack.
Oh, yeah.
So you remember, we were Watkins Glen, New York, one time. We wrecked early in the race. Something happened.
We cover this with your dad, but nobody's heard it yet. So go ahead.
Oh, we're talking about the dinosaur.
Dinosaur barbecue. Yeah.
Yes. All right. So we had a flight out of Rochester the next morning.
Rochester.
Rochester. So we drove there from Watkins Glen. I don't remember how far it was.
2-3
Anyway,
hours.
we get checked into the hotel. It was just a one night deal. Hey, you guys got any barbecue up here? It's upstate New York. We're
Yeah.
like- and this girl,
Chicken wings, maybe.
so this girl at the hotel, she says, "Well, there's a barbecue place just right up the road. It's really good. All the locals like it." So we're like, "All right, we'll try it."
Yeah.
We get there, and man, we are like,
3 hour wait.
we're in awe.
3 hours?
3 hour
It's
wait.
Friday
And
night
y'all
or
waited?
Saturday. Oh,
Saturday.
well, there's a beer tub.
With the
16
Now
ounce.
I understand.
With
Yeah.
the 16
It's like a
Yes.
These guys-
bike night. There's
Yes.
Harleys everywhere. Weather's
Everywhere.
great, and the food was like knocked your socks.
Well,
off.
I'm
Nice.
glad you remembered it
Yeah.
because after your dad put down the company credit card,
Johnny Ray doesn't remember.
Johnny Ray was
anything.
triples.
I know that I stole a bottle of dry rub, which now I'd be pissed off at myself because that stuff costs money.
Yes, it does, Johnny
But
Ray.
3 hour wait.
Yeah.
And then that was the night that me and your dad crashed a wedding.
Oh gosh, yes,
yeah,
the
'cause-
hotel.
yeah, he and I were rooming at that point.
Yeah, I had nothing to do with that.
No. Well, so they had draft beers for like $1 in a mug,
That's trouble.
and and so
Trouble.
it didn't go well, and that was the
Yeah.
one where I get I might as well tell the story.
Yeah, because nobody knows it.
Yeah,
at this
because
point.
Ronnie's, we'll have to redo Ronnie's episode. I'm not technologically savvy, so it didn't work out. But so we roll into this the hotel we're staying at, and there's a banquet room where there's a wedding going on, and I'm feeling good. Ronnie's feeling good. I was like, hey man, we just missed. Did we miss a race, or did we finish?
No,
a
we
race?
crashed or something.
Yeah, okay. So, rough day. We know we're going to have to go back, cut off the car,
Yeah.
rebuild it. So we roll into this wedding, and I grab a name tag on my way in.
Oh, great.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
I grab a name tag on my way in. It's like Jessica.
Jessica.
Well,
Perfect.
and I'm in there. I was like, oh, man. Yeah. And this girl stops me. She's like, who the hell are you? And I was like,
Jessica.
I'm Jessica. She goes, I'll edit this. She said, hey, stupid blank. That's my name tag.
Oh.
So And she was like a bridesmaid, but she was like the one that didn't come with a date. So she was like extra angry.
Yeah.
And I happened to pick her name tag.
Yeah.
And
Can I be your date?
And Ronnie's like, I think we should go.
This party's just getting started.
And then he and I went back to a hotel room. We caught a flight to New York City, LaGuardia or whatever,
Nice.
on a little puddle jumper.
Yeah.
I died twice on that flight.
Mm.
I was revived
I think we've all died on
by my will to live.
Yes.
I was
Yes.
revived.
Yes.
And I think in New York City, I think we hit up the Sbarro.
Oh my god.
This is the airport.
Well,
Worst place you could go. in New
Oh,
York
don't
City.
don't talk about my boys at Sbarro now.
yeah, I think if you've flown private before,
Yep.
And I'm not saying that to be elevate
Flaunt.
ourselves or anything.
Oh, yeah.
No, not at all. We just got lucky.
Well,
yeah, of course.
But
you have to
man,
sometimes.
there's some times where it's like this might be it.
This
Yeah.
might be my last play.
This might be
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Because you get in a thunderstorm with a prop plane.
Oh yeah, it's all over the place.
And it drops
going up
100
and
feet.
down.
No,
I'm
it
talking-
drops 1,000.
Oh, yeah,
Oh
feet.
my
yeah,
gosh!
yeah.
I mean, there were times
Yeah.
where like I closed my eyes and just
Started
hey,
praying.
this might be it.
Dude,
Might
I've seen
be it.
people have panic attacks on some of
Captain
these
comes
nice
on with
nine
that calm
passengers.
voice.
No,
telling you
no,
everything's
no,
okay.
Kevin. They don't come on with a calm voice. They turn their head around and go,
Yes.
"Hey, hold on."
Yeah. What was that pilot? What was the pilot's name we had when we had that 19
that's
passenger?
great. Hold
So it's a
on.
19 passenger.
Yeah, it's a good dude. I liked him.
I can't remember his name.
Hold on.
Man,
That's what they would do.
we've had some
You see them
stories,
like
man.
manhandling.
Yeah, they're
you.
panicking up
Well,
front.
no, they're. It's not on autopilot.
Yeah.
You know, they're actually
They
manually.
got the little wheel on the side and they're spinning it.
spinning it. That's
It's
the
like,
flaps,
what-
I think,
what-
or something.
I don't know, man. What the hell's going on? We're
Yeah.
we're going down.
Yeah.
I rode on that plane because a lot of times I'd ride on a 9 passenger with the JTG guys,
Yeah.
and they never got them a rental car, so they always jump in ours. That's how I met a lot of people.
I've got a
Rental cars.
Yeah, because I always had a rental car.
I've got a good story. It won't take long, but
No,
it's about an
you're
airplane.
Mhm.
So we're in Kansas City. Bobby Hamilton Jr. was driving our car, 2008. And my grandparents were celebrating, I think, their 60th wedding anniversary. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they lived in Tennessee. Bobby Jr. lived in Tennessee. So we were going to catch a ride with him, me and my dad, catch a ride with him on his plane back to Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
From Kansas City in a normal plane, probably take you 45 minutes. Well, his plane is a 4-passenger Mitsubishi prop plane.
Oh boy.
How many?
Twin prop or
Twin or
single?
single?
One.
Oh, a nose prop.
You're in a Cessna.
No. I take that back. It did have props on each side. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So Jerry, his pilot. You
Don't
remember Jerry?
oversell it, Richard.
I was really.
Oh, yeah,
overselling
Jerry,
that.
yeah,
remember Jerry?
yeah.
Okay. So we take off. I sat in the cockpit with the pilot
Yeah.
because there's no more room in the back.
Yeah.
Okay. I got the headphones on. We're just jibber jabbering, and it's daylight still. We leave Kansas City, heading east. Starts getting dark. We get 20 minutes from where we're supposed to land. We're landing at this little FBO in Springfield, Tennessee.
Fixed base operator.
Yeah.
Little
Yeah.
podunk little airport, right?
Yep.
There's like 4 planes there.
Yeah.
And well, Jerry calls it in. Hey, we're so and so. We're coming in to land. Blah blah.
Coming in hot.
Well, all I hear is generator is down, no power. Enter at your own risk.
Oh, great.
So there's no
Super.
lights.
No lights at the runway.
But they
Oh,
that
boy.
does that
Does the
plane
plane have
instruments?
lights?
well, you got to think this plane is probably 30 feet long.
Yeah.
It's tiny.
Yeah.
Okay, it
Yeah.
does have a light, one
But it's
spotlight,
best-
like a floodlight.
like
But
Yeah, like a
candlelight.
flashlight.
Did it have instruments where you could like?
Well, okay, so Jerry, he's a good pilot. Okay, He said-
Obviously, you landed.
well, so I look at him when they say that. I'm the only one that could hear that, other than him.
Yeah.
Everybody in the
You're in
back, Bobby,
co-pilot, yeah.
Bobby, his wife Stephanie's daughter, which was probably 5 or 6 at the time, and my dad was in
Yeah.
the back.
Yeah.
They're watching a movie on a laptop. They don't
Yeah,
know what's
yeah,
going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look at him. I'm like, "What is this bad?" And he's like, "I know the elevation. We'll be all right." So we're coming
It's
in,
flat.
and he said, "I'll let you know when we get close. Go ahead, make sure your belts are tight." I'm like, he's just like
Sorry, guys.
pulling my leg or whatever.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, we're coming in, and his little spotlight is on.
Yeah.
And you can start to see tops of trees.
Oh, great.
And it's
Okay.
dark.
It's dark.
Yeah.
And there ain't no runway inside.
You can't see nothing. It's
Yeah.
pitch black, man. It's
Mhm.
like looking out in the middle
There's-
of the field.
There's trimming trees.
There's no
here.
like
Now,
pulsating
he
lights.
told me, he said at the end of this runway, there's a panel of lights that is on backup power that will always come on. If you are too high, or if you are at the right elevation for your approach, they will light up white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Panel of lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they're red, we're dead.
Red's
Well, you
dead.
too
do a
low.
little touch and go.
We're too low.
How about we don't talk about
Oh.
that?
And so I'm
Yeah.
like, God almighty, here it is. We're going down, and we ain't said nothing to them in the back.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm gonna give it a shot. And so he's reading his stuff, and
He
he's
was-
going.
I'm gonna give
He's going
it a
full on
shot.
pilot, man.
Yeah,
He's reading his
of course.
gauges. We come in, and I'm telling you, we're hitting treetops with our landing gear.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah, I mean we're
Dang.
close. And then
Oof.
that panel lit up. Seriously, it lit up white.
Yeah.
And but when it lit up, it put enough light on it. You could see the end of the concrete slab where
Mm.
the runway would start.
Oh my goodness.
He
And
gets a
you
little
still
short.
don't know how long it is at that point.
Well, he does. He flies
Yeah.
there
Well, yeah, I'm
every week.
just saying you
Right,
don't.
I
Was that
don't.
Lebanon?
Yeah. And so he drops the plane down. We land like normal. Everybody in the back doesn't even know
what happened. Yeah.
We get off the plane, and I had to tell my dad the story on when we left there. But it was that was a story. I mean, that was like
congratulations, Dad. We had a near death experience.
Yeah,
we had some of those flights like a 9-passenger to Texas would take you 5 hours.
Yeah,
because they're not fast.
Yeah.
No,
and you're flying on a different level than the 747s. That's a long freaking flight to be sitting in a chair that's not comfortable.
Yeah.
And
the monotonous
bunch of dudes farting on each other.
You look down and cars are passing.
On the highway.
Yeah, you're getting passed by cars.
Traffic's moving fast.
Some guy lost a wheel on his trailer and it's passing us. I had a guy told me one time, he's like, yeah, I found out I lost a trailer tire because it passed me.
Somehow it does that every time.
Isn't that something? I guess momentum's a hell of a thing. So, Richard, I want to have you back, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back.
And your dad's gonna be back on. We had some technical issues, as I mentioned. You guys know Berg and Kevin; they'll be back. We're gonna be releasing every Monday at 6 a.m. on Anchor, which sources you to YouTube, Apple iTunes or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever your platform is. Kevin, got a shout out for anybody?
I'm just going to do a shout out to the Hoot Nannie.
The Hoot Nannie, you going there now?
Heading there now. I'll be back behind the bar.
You're going to get written up for being late.
I am going to get written up for being late, Big Steve.
Neighbor Steve's not going to walk him out.
Neighbor Steve might mock me out. If he does, Johnny Ray, I'll call you out at the front door and see if I can get walked back in.
Yeah, I'll walk you back in. Don't worry. I'll get you a new hat too.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Berg, last words.
Shout out to Wood for Warriors.
Wood for Warriors. That is a great nonprofit that serves veterans of our military.
Yes,
and
our radius of Hickory, North Carolina. Yeah. We just we saw a void in our community. We felt like we could do a service to our veterans that sometimes get forgotten.
And so you guys are providing wood?
Yeah, free firewood. All they have to show us is any proof of service.
Now, for the folks that live in Charlotte or cities, people still heat their house with wood stoves out here. And also,
I was like, not so much in those areas.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
here where we live,
there's lots
of people not necessarily only use,
but it helps.
But it's supplemental.
Yeah. It is. It's supplemental, and I also think it's a great service because you're getting wood that is storm damage and
people are trying to. A lot of the wood ends up in the landfill.
Yeah, so you're basically kind of diverting it.
Yeah, well,
for a good cause.
And for the grading companies, the tree companies, they don't have to pay to dump it, and we don't have to go get it at that point. They bring it to the farm.
Yeah. Now, to donate and volunteer, how would we do that?
Volunteer, we do about every Tuesday afternoon as a volunteer day. But donations are through us personally. You can write us a check or whatever. We're a 501(c)(3), so you can get your tax deductions from that.
Yeah.
Or we have PayPal, Wood for Warriors on PayPal. You can donate on Facebook. We have a Facebook page, Instagram. Nice. So.
Well, cool. And you got Farmers Freezer. Check them out on Facebook as well. Double R Welding on Facebook.
Yes.
Richard, any last words?
Check us out. Just thank you. Thank you for having me on. It's been fun. I know we've been talking about doing this for a while, so but yeah, thank you very much. I'd love to come back.
Yeah, you'll be back for sure.
Share some more silly stories.
I was gonna say there's probably
plethora of stories.
Another 10 hours of stories.
And it's nice to meet you guys.
Hey, next time we'll cover the time that he bent a passenger door backwards on a rental car. Like you see in the movies.
So it is like Days of Thunder.
Oh man.
Hey, listen, you get NASCAR officials and NASCAR teams in a rental car.
We got some stories.
People used to jerk the gas pumps out. The gas hoses out of the
they just drive off with them.
You had to get to the freaking Texas Roadhouse before everybody else.
That's right.
Right.
Shit.
Right.
Where's the gas can man?
Catch can.
I know it's another episode, but he touched on that. It's all the people that work in that industry. If you're on the road, it is a race
everywhere.
Of course.
From the time you touch the ground on the airplane to the hotel.
Of course.
It's a race from the hotel to the restaurant.
Yeah.
Who's first? And that's just
what it is. Yeah.
The competition never
stops. You got to hurry up and get to the track.
Oh, yeah. And then we'll talk
wait for 30 minutes before they open it.
Even when
you were there first.
Yeah, even when we'd go to piano bars and have a beer drinking contest against other teams, we had to dominate.
Yeah.
So I had, I drank it through a swizzle stick. That's another story. I had the worst.
Swizzle stick?
Oh, dude. So, okay. Well, while we're recording right now. So we're in California, piano bar next to the hotel. And I don't know, some guy singing Purple Rain, one of the bartenders. What's his name? The guy, Cisco. Cisco was there.
Oh,
Cisco.
God.
Cisco.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Your dad's
Dave's,
buddy.
Dave's Francisco.
Yeah. So Cisco was there.
He was Sergeant Major in the Marine Corps.
Yeah, Marine Corps guy.
Yeah.
I thought
And,
they were talking about like the singer.
No. Well, Purple Rain
No,
was
this
big.
Well,
song.
yeah, you led from Purple Rain
Yeah,
into
so
Cisco.
one
I
of the
was like,
servers could apparently play piano and sing Purple Rain like a son of a gun. And then they're like, "Hey, beer drinking competition," and the guys are like patting me on the back, all this stuff.
You got it.
So I get up there, but they don't tell us what the rules are. Well, they give us a pint of beer and a swizzle stick to drink it, and you have to put your arms behind your back.
Okay.
And I sucked that dang thing down, beat him by like a half a glass, and then I belly bumped him in domination, and he fell off the stage. Yeah.
And you're talking
That's
about
great,
the
Johnny, right?
piano player.
You
No.
belly bumped him off of the stage.
He was another competitor who worked for another race
okay.
team.
Oh my
Yeah, he was like
God.
one of Jimmy Means guys or something like that.
gosh.
And I belly bumped him off the stage.
I
And
thought you were
Oh,
talking
my
about the guy playing the
listen,
piano.
I had 2 beers that night.
And this is back when you didn't
but
have
one
a
was
belly.
through a swizzle
One was
stick.
through a swizzle stick. I never had a worse
Oh, my
hangover in my life.
goodness.
I don't know what happened.
Swizzle
Yeah.
stick drinking will get you.
Oh, dude, but I dominated.
I'm gonna start calling you Jay Swizzle.
Jay
Jay
Swizzle.
Swizzle. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Check us out on Facebook, all that good stuff. I'm Johnny Ray, Richard Russell, Aaron Bergen, and Kevin Shawhan. We look forward to seeing you guys. Why do I say that? It's the restaurant life.
Yeah.
Look forward to seeing you again. Hope to have you guys back. Share this, all that good stuff. And if you have any good suggestions on people we should have on the show, make sure you tag them or send us an email or whatever. Anyway, see you.
Signing off.
Later.